Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Vihari.
Hare Krishna. Today we're going to talk about the teachings of Queen Kunti. Kunti's spontaneous glorification of Lord Krishna and her description of the spiritual path are immortalized in the Mahabharata and Srimad-Bhagavatam, and they have been recited, chanted, and sung by sages and philosophers for thousands of years. As they appear in the first canto of Bhagavatam, Kunti's celebrated prayers consist of only 26 couplets, verses 18 through 43 of the 8th chapter of the first canto, yet they are considered a philosophical, theological, and literary masterpiece. Interesting that the first great prayers in Bhagavatam are by a woman. Well, ladies first. So the present book includes those inspired verses and also Srila Prabhupada's illuminating commentary. In addition to the commentary, originally written in 1962, Teaching of Queen Kunti contains further explanations that Srila Prabhupada gave in an absorbing series of lectures, Los Angeles, in the spring of 1973. He analyzed the verses in significantly greater detail and shed even more light upon them. So I find in my giving lectures that the lectures of Srila Prabhupada are amazing commentaries on the verses and purports of Srimad-Bhagavatam. So first, in her prayers, Kunti glorifies Krishna, his names, Krishnaya, Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha, Nandagopa Kumaraya, Govindaya, Namo Namaha. Then she glorifies his form, full with lotus flowers, lotus feet, lotus navel. She starts at the navel because she's his superior, her aunt. And then she goes to the lotus feet last. And she gratefully expresses her appreciation for his wonderful protection. How he saved Bhima from poison. How he saved them when their house was set on fire. He sent Vidura to give them a message, a warning. How he saved them from a cannibal. Bhima fought with a great Rakshasa. He had to bring a cart of food to the Rakshasa, but Bhima ate the cart of food before he fought with the Rakshasa, because he has a great appetite. And then, of course, he won the fight. How Krishna saved Draupadi from being disrobed in front of many men. How he saved them during their long exile in the forest, and while they were incognito in the palace of King Bharat. He saved them during the battle of Kurukshetra, and finally from the Brahmastra weapon of Ashwatthama, who he sent to kill Pariksha in the womb of Uttara. Then, after all these difficulties, Kunti prays for more. Give me more calamities. Because when we had our problems, you were always coming to our rescue, just like when Duryodhana sent Durvasa Muni, along with his 10,000 disciples, hoping that he would curse the Pandavas, because Draupadi got a very special pot, Akshay Patra, and she could feed unlimited numbers of people with that pot until she ate. So Duryodhana said to Durvasa, go to the Pandavas after Draupadi eats. And he went with his 10,000 disciples. And so then what happened was, he said, the Pandavas said, okay, you go and have your bath first, and then you can come. And in the meantime, Draupadi was calling out Krishna's name, Govinda, Govinda, like she did before, when they were trying to disrobe her. And Krishna came immediately, and he said, show me the pot. He found a little piece, very small. He ate it. And he said, now let the whole universe be satisfied. Meanwhile, I think it was Jamuna River, I don't know which river. Anyway, they were bathing, Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples, and they were feeling so full up to their neck And they said, oh no, now what are we going to do? If we go back, we're going to make an offense to the Pandavas, and Durvasa already had experience making offense to Ambarish. She said, no, we can't go back. And they ran away, and they were saved by Krishna. Again, so there's only one example, there are many. So Kunti also glorifies the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, but she warns against being proud of one's opulences of good birth, education, beauty, and wealth. Otherwise, you won't get the benefit of chanting very feelingly. When you don't have anything, when you're in trouble, then you do chant more feelingly. It happens. And she says, that's why, because Krishna, he belongs to one who has no other possession than his lotus feet. Then she talks about Yasoda, and she was bewildered. How could Yasoda chastise Krishna? Kunti was feeling a little awe and reverence, and that's why she was offering prayers. Yasoda never offered prayers. She was offering prayers to protect Krishna. She was chanting mantras to Vishnu, to Narayan, their deity. Please protect Krishna. And when he stole the butter, when he broke the churn, she ran after him, and he was afraid of her, although fear personified is afraid of him. So after glorifying Yasoda's relationship, Kunti submits her request, please don't leave us now, because all these kings are our enemies now. We killed everyone. And actually, when we had nothing, you were always with us, Krishna. Now we got everything. We got our kingdom, and you're leaving. Now what's the use of the kingdom? Well, see, better we don't have a kingdom, and you're with us. And so, yes, so she realized when they had nothing, and Krishna was there. But when they got the kingdom, Krishna was leaving. So finally, she just fully surrendered and begged him, please cut off my affectionate ties to both my families, so my love can flow to you, just like the Ganges flows to the sea. So why is it important for devotees today to read these prayers? Because they contain the essence of the scriptures as realized by Krishna's dear devotee, Kunti, and they can be a source of solace when we are faced with difficulties. By imbibing these prayers, we can increase our faith in Krishna's protection. When Prabhupada was very sick, he asked to hear the prayers of Queen Kunti, which he relished very much. In 1967, after he had a stroke, he wanted to hear these prayers. And again, when he was very sick in 1974, he asked to hear these prayers. So as Srila Prabhupada took solace from these prayers, so can we. Now personally, I really like verse 20, where Krishna prays to Krishna, you yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? So, in a lecture and the purport, Prabhupada says, others may go on thinking about him for years together, and he still stays unknowable. And this fact is corroborated by the Queen, who is playing the part of an innocent woman. Women in general are able to speculate like philosophers, but they're blessed by the Lord because they believe at once in the superiority and almightiness of the Lord.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.